corner. So we make entry into that room. We need to cut the corner and drive into that corner, ensure that whatever might be there gets dealt with as quickly as possible. The remaining component of the stack, they're deal with what's in depth in the middle of the room, and conversely the opposite of the number one and the number two. So what's important is the head up is gun up. When the gun and the head are up and we make entry, we know that if we penetrate overly too deep, the exposure of the side is going to be vulnerable. So as we start to cheat the corner and the decision is made to cut that corner, what we want to be aware of is the power step. So the penetration step and the power step refers to the foot that steps inside the room. We want a little compression in the spring, and that's enabling us to drive into that corner with aggression, speed, and surprise. So the head is up, the gun is up, the peripheral vision takes a step into the room, and then now as we cheat the corner, we're in a position of balance that we can use the compressed spring to drive our body into that corner. That's our responsibility. So as we open it up, we step in. Now we're faced with a non-compliant. So this non-compliant, he is not armed, so he doesn't deserve a lethal shot between the lookers. In this particular case, as we get closer and we make our assessment of what's going on with his hands, he decides to foul us up. As we get fouled up in this position, if the firearm is not on safe yet, then it would be placed on safe to the best of your ability. Because the connection is with 2-point sling, we're okay to let go of the master hand to go hands-on and deal with this individual. So they foul us up in this particular case, release the hand, palm strike to the head, and what we can do now is switch the hands. The elbow on the inside will clear the foul, and then we have an overhook. So an underhook, excuse me. So with the underhook, place some pressure on the head. Low line strikes could be applied. If the individual continues to drive forward, we're gonna stuff the head down and control the individual in a position where we can then sort out the long gun and ensure that it's still in a position to be effective, but we're also controlling the individual. Why this is important is the remaining components of the stack can then flow in and do what they need to do. Meanwhile, we're ensuring that our system is up and running, and we're also ensuring that this individual is taken care of. Option A. Option B would be where the individual then pulls back. So everything is the same. We clear the foul, we have the underhook, we're in a good position. We're utilizing the wall or the car, whatever the situation might be, to our advantage to pin him against that. As he starts to pull back, we're gonna take away his base and then follow him to the ground. As we fall him to the ground, maybe we apply a few strikes here to ensure that we've got his attention. And again, we're controlling him, possibly with a good knee on belly position. But more importantly, we're getting our system in position to be useful while the stack flows in, continues to fight with whatever needs to be dealt with in that room. We're ensuring that this individual is no longer a potential problem.